Good evening and welcome to another show of Interview with the Toastmaster, where we show you the person behind the Toastmaster. Tonight we have with us Javier who's been a Toastmaster for almost a year, and he has studied industrial engineering. That was 15 years ago, and he worked in the field until last year, when unfortunately he was unemployed. So he has been looking for a job ever since. So, welcome Javier, thank you for coming. I'd like to ask you first a question about the past. So, tell us, how long did it take you to find your first job?
Well, first of all, you will be able to excuse my low ledger domain, to enter the interview, but thank you very much for the presentation and for giving me the opportunity to come here with you. Well, the first time that I got unemployed, it was about 15 years ago, and I started this with a grant from the university to start working in Forward, and it was regulated, so there were certain times, right, of 12 months, something like that, you were working and then you stopped. So the first stop really was about some 2 months of unemployment time. That was the first one. And even the second one was also a very short time.
So very short time from when you finished your studies till your first job. So what did you have to do to find that job?
In fact, it was getting in contact with the people you had around you. So it was not a big effort, right? You only spontaneously, you was giving your resume forward and so on, and they helped you. So it was some spontaneous process and very natural. You didn't need to put all your efforts in it.
Okay, so after 15 years you lost your job. Can you tell us what happened?
Well, in fact, you was forced to reintroduce you. Well, I was working in the industry sector by that time, right? So you was forced to get in contact with all people around you to improve your skills, improve your resume, to your cover letter, presentation letters, right? And well, in fact, that was working on your intrapersonal skills in order to know you a little bit more, okay, and pushing you forward. I'm not very sure if I have answered.
No, you haven't answered the question, but that's okay.
Sorry.
I'll ask again. So, when you lost your job a year and a half ago, was it because of ERE, because the company stopped, or were you maybe hired?
In fact, as I told you, it was more related with the limited time of the contracts that were already for the people that were studying and ending their studies, right, and starting with granted jobs for reduced time of permanency, right.
So your contract just stopped and you were out of a job. Okay. So you've been looking for a job over a year, I have here. What are the main differences between looking for a job back then in the 90s when you finished your studies and now?
Well, in fact, in spite of being conscious that our awareness of our potential, of our pluses and contrasts is even much more now than in that early stage, what I have found during these last months, because it's probably more than a year or something like that, is that now the social networking has arrived, okay, has come to our lives, and we have been a little bit forced into developing our skills in that new world. We are not used to work with that, okay, but we have got to enter a new world and explore it, and bring all our potentials in order to be known and developed in that world. So entering LinkedIn and all these social networks that allow us to explore our potential with all the people we know.
Did you have to learn any new things? Did you have to do any things you didn't do? Did you have to rely on legerdemain, for example?
Yes, of course. In fact, it's not only exploring the people that you know on your contacts nearby, but also people that are relating to you from your second circle, from your third circle, even people that you don't know, okay, that present yourself, themselves to you through LinkedIn, and this opens a new range of possibilities. In fact, some of the curiously, some of the job offers come through people you don't know even at all. Okay, and what I think is it's an issue that has to do with statistics, but it is said that approx 60% of all job offers come through your second circle, not the people you know in your nearest circle.
So we could say in a way that not much has changed actually from the jobs come from the people you know, but only that network of people that is around you is easier to grow and easier to make it bigger. So it's actually easier to have a bigger network. Yes,
not only that, but it also has a bigger potential. Okay? It allows you to reach positions and geographical places that was much more difficult for you before to try, okay, or even to think about. So if you want to project yourselves to the States or to another country in order to work there permanently, it will also help you to get in touch with people that before it was much more difficult.
Okay, so talking about people from the past, what is the situation with your fellows from the university? Is anyone in the same situation as you? Do you know anyone who's also looking for a job using the same techniques as you?
Yes, of course. Well, in fact, during these last years, we are also in a job bubble, as Pablo presented us before, and many of our friends are just in the same situation. Some of them have exported their resumes outside and are leading new lives in places so far as Australia, right? So they are living just the same problems than us in that situation. In fact, they have also used these tools in this new world and developing it profoundly.
So in short, for the people here in the audience and those of you who are back home, what would be your advice for people who are in the same situation as you are right now to look for a job?
I think we've got to reinvent ourselves every day, okay? One of the words would be think big, move continuously, move constantly, okay? Don't stay at home and thinking of a project. No, just improve your network, potentiate it, develop all your skills in internet and all social networks, okay? And try hard, put yourself big objectives, right?
Okay, so that was the show for today. We'll be back next week with another show, and then I will be the one who's interviewed. Thank you.